Billie Eilish is the biggest star of Gen Z. The whole world knows her. She's a household name. She is taking over pop culture.
Please welcome Billie Eilish.
You have to agree that Billie Eilish has come a long way in just a few very busy years.
She's amassed 9 Grammy Awards and so many #1 hits at just the age of 23. It'd be a shame if something were to happen to her. She's blessed beyond her years, but she's also cursed because there's a massive conspiracy theory that looms over her, even with all the success that she's had. Theorists say that Billie Eilish is cursed to meet an ill-fated, tragic end. And this isn't just fans writing fiction about their favorite celebrities online. But Billie is a victim of a centuries-old Japanese superstition that has proven to be right over and over again when dissecting celebrities' fate. It actually predicted correctly the untimely ends of John F. Kennedy, Princess Diana, and Marilyn Monroe. Now, what does Billie Eilish have in common with these people? Why are all of them cursed? Well, the similarity is quite obvious if you just look into their eyes. Take a close look into all these stars' eyes, and you will see what the curse is. As I welcome you to Tier 3 of the Celebrity Conspiracy Theory Iceberg, where we go through all the craziest celebrity conspiracy theories in the world, starting from the most obvious and most well-known to the most deepest, darkest, mindfuck, craziest celebrities down the tier. Now, before I tell you why Billie is cursed and other Gen Z stars who share this curse with her, make sure to follow, subscribe, hit like. Please hit like. I put so much work into these videos, and your simple kindness can help the channel blow up. And to see more of the crazy celebrity conspiracy theory iceberg, hit subscribe. So Billie Eilish's music has always been coated with a sheen of dark, macabre, and deadly themes. She likes to play around with themes of destruction and decay. She flirts with the idea of death a lot in her music and in her interviews. She'll talk about how she's excited to die.
Billie Eilish is getting really candid about her struggles with depression, revealing she almost took her own life.
I was thinking about how the way that I was gonna die was I was gonna do it.
She'll have this repeated phrase out into the world that she almost welcomes death, and it's not the best omen. In her music video, she'll drive herself into a lake and drown herself. She'll sing about how I want to end me. She'll come back from the dead like a demon. I think some people, especially the Karens at home, would say a window into Billie Eilish's soul may be dark, and the eyes are the window to the soul, and as they say, they predict the soul's fate. And there's a real conspiracy theory that is predicting her fate, and it all comes down to her eyes. Now, Billie Eilish has what you would call yin senpaku eyes. And that means that you can see the white beneath her eye all times when she's looking forward. Now, the concept of yin senpaku eyes comes from a Japanese face-reading belief system and gained attention in both Eastern and Western fringe cultures, and it's affected pop culture ever since. The term senpaku actually means 3 whites, referring to the visible white parts of your eyes. Normally, the whites are only visible on each side of your eye. As you can see, mine are only visible on each side of my eye. It's very rare to have a senpaku eye. Now, yin senpaku means you can see underneath. You should go look in the mirror to see if you have these ill-fated eyes. Senpaku is said to be a very reliable predictor of the future in Japanese folklore. Now, in this Japanese wise tale, those who have yin senpaku eyes are physically or emotionally vulnerable, and they are put in danger from the outside world. And that has been their fate since the day that they were born. Now, when you can see the bottom whites of your eyes, you almost have like an innocent, help me, like needy look, as if you would be a victim of some sorts. These people may be prone to accidents, illness, or mental instability. In extreme superstitions, it was said to mark someone fated to die young or suffer tragedy. Now, Cardiff University actually did a study on this, and it shows that people can accurately assess a stranger's characteristics like compassion, generosity, or even competency by just looking at their eyes for 30 milliseconds. Japanese authors were even able to predict other famous deaths because of this. They genuinely predicted the assassination of John F. Kennedy, the youngest president to ever be assassinated. The most famous popularizer of this idea was George Oshawa, the founder of the macrobiotic diet movement. He allegedly wrote a letter in the 1960s warning that JFK's eyes showed signs of senpaku, suggesting his life was in danger and that maybe he would reach a tragic end like assassination, and warned him maybe not to get in that convertible that day while driving through a street completely unprotected. He genuinely wrote this letter and sent it to people in America to warn him, but he didn't listen. Now, other examples of celebrities who have yin senpaku eyes include Princess Diana, and as we know, people were definitely after her in her life, whether it be Queen Elizabeth, which is a whole other conspiracy theory, or the paparazzi. Yin senpaku eyes just constantly show that people are out to get you if you have these eyes. Another example would be James Dean. He died at only 24 years old. Apparently people in his studios who he would film movies with, fortune tellers, told him, you have yin senpaku eyes and you should be very careful, which he was not one day while he was driving his very infamous automobile and got in a car crash and immediately died at just the age of 24. Another example would include Marilyn Monroe. I think we can all agree the enticing, enchanting pictures of her eyes are very iconic, so you can guess the amount of warnings that people sent her. And even though her death they may say was her own fault, a lot of conspiracy theories say that someone was out to get her, and it actually was the Kennedys, which makes this full circle. We're gonna talk about other Gen Z celebrities who have this on them, but I wanna tell you some more examples, like Abraham Lincoln, who was the original president to get assassinated. Mac Miller tragically was sold something counterfeit, and he had yin senpaku eyes. Michael Jackson, propofol, his doctor, the world, who knows? Everyone was putting him in dangerous situations. Juice WRLD is a Gen Z star who was the latest to be attributed to this list, as he also showed yin senpaku eyes. It's just crazy the amount of celebrities on here that have tragically died young. They say only the good die young, and they all had these eyes. Now, these people may put themselves in harmful and dangerous situations knowingly or unknowingly. The opposite, though, yang senpaku eyes, is when you can see the whites above your eye while you're looking forward. This is even scarier almost. I don't want to meet you and I don't want to know you if you have these eyes. I don't have either, so I think that means I'm stable, fortunately. I don't know if other people in my life would agree, but now yang senpaku eyes, that means people aren't a danger to you, you are a danger to them. And a lot of evil, scary, sociopathic people have this. I'm sure you know some liars and narcissists that you should look into their eyes after watching this video. These eyes suggest that someone is dangerous to others, potentially violent, aggressive, or emotionally unbalanced. Charles Manson is a huge example of this yang senpaku eyes. And as you know, he had a cult, and his cult was responsible for the vicious murders of a lot of people, and it was very tragic. A lot of murderers will actually have these eyes. For example, Brian Kohlberger, who committed the heinous Idaho murders a few years ago, allegedly. He hasn't been sentenced in court, but you can see the whites above his eyes. This is kind of where the term crazy eyes come from. When you look at someone's eyes and they have this look in them like they're insane, it's not just the look behind their eyes, it's genuinely how their eyes look. If the whites above their eyes are showing, they have some crazy eyes. Now, other people have this too. Even reality stars who get labeled the narcissist on the show have this, and I think it's so interesting. Like Jax Taylor, he always gets the narcissistic label on him, and if you watch the Vanderpump Rules or The Valley, you know why. He's not very loyal, he'll lie a lot, he admits that he lies a lot, he has those eyes. This girl on 90 Day Fiancé has them. I don't watch 90 Day Fiancé, so look out for people in your life who have yang senpaku eyes, because it might even be scarier. Now, Billie Eilish's are super pronounced. Like, her yin senpaku eyes are so obvious. They're beautiful. I think they're so endearing. Disclaimer, we're not wishing anything tragic or bad on Billie Eilish. We love her, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be okay. But this has been, especially with Billie taking over pop culture for the last few years in the Gen Z circles. Before I tell you more Gen Z stars who have these eyes, you should definitely follow, because this is only tier 3 on the celebrity conspiracy theory iceberg. Now, tier 3, I would label as we're getting pretty deep into it. It's not all based in fact or things in the physical world, but there is a level of superstition to it. There is a level of supernatural to it, and that's where these elements first start to come in tier 3. As we get to tier 4 and 5, they get even darker, crazier. You'll feel like you've been lied to your whole life, like the whole world is a lie, like the whole fabric of society is not as you thought it was. But this is just tier 3, and it's already pretty crazy. So make sure to subscribe, like the video. That simple kindness can really help me out. And yeah, I'm Patty, and thank you for being here. So other Gen Z celebrities that have these eyes include Lily Rose Depp, who I think is a really interesting character to have them because she also has a similar theme in her acting and her family history of mysterious and eeriness and macabre theme that runs through her work. She was just in Nosferatu, where I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's a very dark film. Could be predicting things. Emma Chamberlain also has these eyes that are quite pronounced, and she's seen probably more success than anyone on YouTube. So we'll see what the world has in store for them. I'm not saying it's their final destination, but I am saying this is worth considering. I'm sure there's old people who have lived long, healthy, amazing lives with these eyes, and they'll be fine. But take with that what you will. I want to know if you know anyone with these eyes. Do you have these eyes? Did I miss any examples of celebrities? Please tell me in the comments below. And I'm Professor Patty. So thank you for joining me. I love you guys, and I'll meet you in the comments. Bye.